something that's going to help you go real far in life, in your career, in your business is the easier you are to work with, the further you're going to go. I am in San Diego right now in the convention center here. This is 2,000 people here right today. This is the same convention center where they actually host Comic-Con, and I'm speaking for these guys here today. Rims. You know, my keynote is normally an hour, but with this particular client, you know, they needed me to be a bit more flexible. You know, they wanted me throughout the day, which I think is a really cool concept. So I cut my keynote up into 3 pieces, and I've just done the first piece. She could not solve the problem, but every single one of you in this room could solve the problem. Why? You had a completely different perspective. So the first section of my keynote that I've already done, I speak about perspective and why having a different perspective is important. So because you weren't there for the keynote, I want to show you exactly what I mean. So let's say you're looking at this card here, right? If you're looking at this card, if I just change the card like this, to you from your perspective, it looks like a magic trick, right? What is magic? A problem you can't solve. You can't solve this problem. But you see, from your perspective, you can't solve that problem. What I do during that module is I show people a different perspective so they can see the solution. And you know what this highlights? That don't fall victim to a silent mentality. Always collaborate with the people around you. It's very, very important. The second thing that I'm going to be sharing with the audience in my second module that's going to be happening in an hour is about influence. Now, influence is a module where I highlight to the audience that you can become who you want to be in the future by deciding who you spend time with today. You know, and I do this by bringing an audience member on stage and we play a real fun influence game where I influence the numbers they think of, the colors, the animals, have a real great time. But coming down to the point that influence is one of the most powerful forces in life. And I share with people how they can advance their expertise in any area they desire by being conscious of the top 5 people they spend time with. You know what's cool about that for conferences? It's about getting them to reevaluate who are in their top 5 and who in this conference here should they bring into their top 5. You are the direct reflection of the top 5 people you spend time with. The last thing that I speak about, my last module, is people always ask magicians, how do you create the impossible? How is it possible to do the impossible? So people are always curious about this. So I share with them how magicians create the impossible. Because, you know, when you're in a company, when you're in business, there are times when you're forced to innovate. There are times when you're forced to adopt new technology. There are times when you have higher KPIs that are set for you. And you too feel like you need to do the impossible. So I share with the audience the most important part of creating magic or creating something that's impossible is one thing. It's distilled to just one thing. Your beliefs dictate your actions. So if right from the get-go, if you do not believe it is possible for you to innovate, if you do not believe it is possible for you to hit the new KPIs, you will not even try, because our beliefs dictate our actions. And by ending on this module, it leaves the audience feeling inspired, with a fresh perspective, with a pragmatic lesson to be able to take away and understand how they're going to advance their skills so they can hit the new KPIs, so they can actually achieve the innovation that they're after. Wow, unreal. I'm just going to go meet a couple more people, I think. I'll be back. The clients are really grateful, they're really happy. You know, each module I have is like a strong punch. The client wanted fast-paced, powerful, engaging presentations. And while I really believe that an hour with me will fly by, but you know, sometimes you have to help the client do what they want to do. Tim likes me. If you're easy to work with, there's minimal friction when it comes to you being flexible, you're going to get a lot of work. You're going to be able to soar and kick some butt. Remember, you are here to serve people too. You're not just here to tell your story and do your performance and get your applause. Remember to serve and do it for people.